Hello, dear listener, and welcome to another edition of Eki's 2 Cents. How have you been keeping? I trust you've been all right with the rainy season and all of that. Remember to drive safely, keep warm, don't do what I wouldn't do. Haha. Yeah, today on Eki's 2 Cents, we're going to be talking about something that is quite interesting, really. We're going to be talking about office romance, to do or not to do. That's what we're going to be talking about today. It's interesting because, as usual, I have drawn from very many different life experiences of different people, and stories have been told. You know, these things, many times we talk about them, they sound strange and all of that, but it could very well be you or me. So it's important. We should think about them and try to come to a decision as to what to do if we find ourselves in those shoes, because it could very easily be you. So say you work in an office or you plan to work in an office. Imagine a scenario where in your office there is a relationship going on between two people you know, right? Here in Nigeria, many offices or organizations, as a matter of fact, kind of frown on the office romance thing. I've even gone ahead of myself. What is office romance, by the way? Office romance is, like the name implies, a relationship or a romance going on between two people in an office. I think it's given that name because of the location. It is presumably the relationship is presumably started in the office, and because of that it's tagged an office romance. So say you know two people in your office or in a friend's office who are in a relationship. What would your take be on it? Would you support them, or would you say no? Would you advise against it? There are, of course, two sides to the story. The conventional rules will tell you, as much as possible, not to engage in office romance because of the obvious reasons. If it goes wrong, what happens? Especially if there is a boss and subordinate relationship. Say the man, for example, is a boss to the lady, and then they get into an affair or a relationship, and then it goes sour. Maybe the expectations of one person are not met. Maybe one person hopes to become serious, and then of course the other person just wants a fling, and at the end of the day it doesn't work out. So what happens? Naturally it will be a bit funny, because even if, say, the boss wanted to give her a regular query that she would have gotten under normal circumstances and not looked at with any form of indignation or anything. Now, since the relationship has gone sour, that query will take on an additional meaning, and especially with us women, some of us anyway, you know how we can be. Even vice versa. I think, as a matter of fact, it would actually be worse if the woman is the boss, because, oh, us women now, some of us, we can be very vindictive. So you can bet that that dude is going to get plenty of queries even when he doesn't deserve it, supposedly. I'm just kidding, but basically you get the picture I'm trying to paint, that it will get funny, the relationship will be strained around the office. Maybe there'll be tension in the air when these two people are in the room. They'll naturally be on opposing sides on any issue simply because of the relationship gone wrong. Yeah, so a lot of people will tell you, oh, don't involve in it, or don't get involved in it, or don't engage in it. If you're going to engage in it, you have to be careful. You've got to set boundaries. You have to know what you're going in for, especially where offices frown upon it, because if it starts to get serious, what it means is one person will have to leave their job there and go searching for another one, you know. So, yeah, this is the popular opinion from the poll I've taken. It seems popular anyway. You know me, I like to rock the boat. So today I want to look at it from the other side of it, the other perspective. I want to play devil's advocate to some extent. I like the movie titled Devil's Advocate for the record. So yeah, it makes sense that I want to play devil's advocate. For the most part, as an adult, you spend most of your time in the office. If you do a 9 to 5 and you work Monday to Friday, you if you calculate the number of hours, you will find that most of your time is spent at work. And then there are some of us who work even extra hours, who do go to work on Saturdays and on Sundays as well. So you find that those people are spending even more time in the place of work. So where you spend a lot of time, it's only natural that you will begin to get attracted to someone. Like my muse told me recently that with hormones flying, even Mother Teresa will begin to look sexy when you spend that much time at work. And I tend to agree with that. So yeah, if you're going to spend all that time at work, doesn't it make sense that you will probably or most likely meet someone and get attracted to the person and be involved in a relationship with the person? I think it does. Yes, there's the off chance that that few hours you'll be away from work, maybe on your way to your house, or for the rest of the other chores you have to cram into that small time you've got outside the office. Yeah, possibility is that you could meet someone. Highly unlikely, but yeah, possible. Well, it stands to reason that where you spend the most time is where you make the bulk of your friends, or your circle, basically the people you hang out with, and as a result you most likely get attracted to someone there. I'm just saying it makes a lot of sense if you do. So I actually applaud organizations like P&G, for example. I know for a fact that P&G don't frown on their staff who get married. They actually encourage them to, the organization encourages, if they find out that, oh, there's a relationship and it's going to blossom into a marriage, they don't fire, unlike the other organizations that will tell you, oh, one person has got to go, or you already know it's in company policy, so someone has to resign. P&G don't have that rule. So organizations like that have my um I give them kudos. That is, they have my hat. I doff my hat to them, so to speak, because they're thinking outside the box, basically. So yeah, all in all, about office romance, as with everything, you need to know what you want, and then you need to state what you want. That is for both parties. So say guy meets girl at work and they get attracted and the hormones are flying and they just have to be together, start a relationship, a fling, a love of a lifetime, whatever. Know what it is you want. Know what it is you're going into. It means both of you have to communicate, both of you have to talk about it and be sure what you're going in for. State it clearly. Everybody should lay their cards on the table, basically, so that if there is a disparity in your expectations, you guys can either come to a compromise or you don't just start it at all. So that in the event that it goes awry, because there is always that clause with every relationship, even mother to father, parent to sibling, sometimes you fall out with those guys. Not talk more of someone who you're just coming to be in a relationship with at this point in time, when your opinions are formed, your habits, your values, and everything. And they are probably different from the other person because you're not raised in the same house. So have a proper discussion, have a proper idea, so you know what it is you're going in for. Just in the event that it goes awry or it doesn't work out, so that there will be no, oh, he hurt me, I expected this, oh, she broke my heart, this is what I thought it would be, this is what we agreed on, blah blah blah, yada yada yada. You know what I mean. So go into it with your eyes wide open. You know what you're doing. You know if it's a fling you want. You know if it's friends with benefits. You know if it's a long term relationship. So that you have to make plans as the days go by, depending on what it is you want to do. Yes, that is my 2 cents on the matter. And this is the point where I call it quits with talking to myself as usual. So I'd love to hear from you. Please go to ekishirley.blogspot.com and leave your comments, and hopefully one of you will send me your 2 cents, and then I'll put it out there so that we all can hear what it is you want to say about anything I have said so far. Thank you for listening. Take care of yourself. Until next time, I am signing out and saying bye.